Hello guys, welcome to my channel. We are on real numbers chapter 2 surds. Important points to remember: when we can't simplify a number to remove square root or a cube root etc., then it is a surd. Now we do not get a perfect square root. Example, root 2, square root of 2 can't be simplified further, so it is a surd. Now square root of 4 can be simplified to 2, so it is not a surd. The surds have a decimal which goes forever without repeating and are irrational numbers. In general, if n is the number which is not equal to 1, is a natural, a is a positive real number, and n root a is an irrational number, then n root a is called a surd. In a surd, n root a, the symbol is called radical sign, n is called the order of the surd, and a is called radicand. That is, this a is called radicand, this is radical, here it is shown. Example, let a is equal to 7, n is equal to 3, then n root a is equal to 3 root 7 is a surd because 3 root 7 cannot be simplified further, so 3 root 7 is an irrational number. Let's say example 2, 3 root 8 is a surd or not. Let 3 root a is equal to p and p cube is equal to a. We know that 2 is cube root of 8 or cube of 2 is 8. That is, if you write 2 into 2 into 2, therefore 3 root 8 is not a surd, because we get the perfect answer for this, that is 2. The surds of order 2 is called quadratic surd. This year we are going to study surds of order 2 only, means root 3, root 7, root 42, etc. Now next is simplest form of surd. Now first one, root 48. How can we write it into simplest form? We have to split them in such a way so that one number will be a perfect square and we can multiply the other number with it. So 16 3s is 48. So root 16 into root 3. So root 16 will be, its value is 4 because it is a perfect square, and left is root 3. Now root 98. We can split this as 49 into 2. 49 where 49 is a perfect square. 49 into, so we can separate them. Root 49 into root 2 is equal to 7. Root 49 is equal to, value is 7, root 2. Now root 2, root 3, root 5, these type of surds are in the simplest form. Third point, similar or like surds. If p and q are rational numbers, then p root a, q root a are called like surds. If you see root, they are like surds. Example, root 2, negative 3 root 2, 4 upon 5 root 2. Now you can see root 2 everywhere. So are some like surds. Next important point we have to remember is comparison of surds. Two surds of the same order can be compared by comparing the radicand. Now if n root a and n root b are two surds, then n root a is equal to n root b if a is equal to b. N root a is greater than n root b if a is greater than b. N root a is smaller than n root b if a is smaller than b. Fifth important point, operations on like surds. Mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division can be done on like surds. Rationalization of surd. If the product of two surds is a rational number, each surd is called a rationalizing factor of the other. Rationalizing factor of root 8 is root 2, because root 8 into 2 is equal to 16, which gives us a perfect answer, that is root 16 is equal to a rationalizing factor of a given surd is not unique. If a surd is a rationalizing factor of a given surd, then a surd obtained by multiplying it with any non-zero rational number is also a rationalizing factor of the given surd. Now let's start with practice set. .3. Question number 1, page 30 of your textbook. Question 1, state the order of the surds given below. Now here 3 root 7, so the order is third order. Here 5 into root 12. Now here there is no number given, this means we read this as a square root, so this will be a second order, no number is given over here. So here 4 root 10, fourth order, no number is given, so second order, and because we read this as square root, square means we can consider it as second order, then 3 root 18 will give us third order. Question 2, state which of the following are surds justified. Now 3 root 51, we can split this as 51, we can split it as 3 into 17 or 3 into 17. If we remove the radical, then 1 upon 3 we can write. So 3 root 51 is a surd, because if we divide further we will get recurring and non-terminating. Second one, 4 root 16. 4 root 16 we can split 16 radicand 16 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 to the 16. Or we can write it as 2 raised to 4. So 4 root 2 raised to 4 is equal to 2. So 4 root 16 is not a surd. Third one, 5 root 81. 5 root 81 is equal to root 5. We can split this 81 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, these are 9 and 9 nines are 81. We can write it as 3 raised to 4, because there are 3 4s. So 3 raised to 4 also we can write it as raised to 3 raised to 4 into bracket raised to 1 upon 5, or we can also write it as 3 raised to 4 upon 5. So 5 root 81 is a surd. Sub question 4, 256, we can split 256 as 16 into 16, 16 square, which is equal to 16. So root 256 is not a surd, because we get perfect division. 3 root 64, we can split 64 into 4 into 4 into 4, which is equal to 4. So 3 root 64 is not a surd. And root 22 upon 7, we can write this as 22 upon 7 raised to half. So root 22 upon 7 is a surd. We know it is the value of pi, and we get approximate value, that is 3.14. Let's come to question number 3. Classify the given pair of surds into like surds and unlike surds. Now root 52 and 5 root 13. Now root 52 we can split it as 4 into 13, and 4 into 13 we can separate their radical, that is root 4 into root 13. Now root 4 is a perfect square, so 2 root 13, and this we cannot split, it's a prime number, so 5 root 13 will remain as it is. So root 2 root 13 and 5 root 13 are like surds, because root 13 root 13 is same, so they are like surds. Now root 68 and 5 root 3, again we can split 68, that is 4 into 17 4 is 68, 4 is a perfect square, so root 4 into 17, and root 4 is, its value is 2 root 17. And next question they have given us is 5 root 13. Here 2 root 17 and 5 root 13 are not like surds. Root 60, therefore root 68 and 5 root 3 are not like surds. Next we'll come to third sub question. Four root 18 and 7 root 2. 4 root 18, I can split this as 9 into 2 and then separate the radical, that is root 9 into root 2, and then 4 is there already. This is root 9's value is 3 and root 2, 4 3's is 12 and root 2, and second one is 7 root 2, it will remain as it is. Here 12 root 2 and 7 root 2 are like surds, okay, they have root 2 root 2. And sub question 4, 19 root 12 and 6 root 3. 19 root 12, I can split this 12 as 4 into 3, then we'll get root 4 into root 3 into 19. So root 4's value is 2, so 19 into 2 is 38 and root 3, and 6 root 3 will be as it is, so they both are like surd, root 3 root 3. Sub question 5, 5 root 22, 7 root 33. 5 root 22, we can split this as 11 into 2 and 5 root 22, and here we can split this as 11 into 3, so 7 root 33. So they are not like surds. Both the surds are in its simplest form, so they are not like surds. Sub question 6, 5 root 5 and root 75. 5 root 5 is its simplest form, and 75, I can split this as 25 into 3. Root 25 is 5 and root 3, so 5 root 3. Here 5 root 3 and 5 root 3. 5 root 5 and 5 root 3 are not like surds. Therefore, question number 4. Let's come to question number 4. Simplify the following surds. Root 27, we can split this root 27 to 9 into 3, and root 9 is a perfect square, so its value is 3 and root 3. Therefore root 27 is equal to 3 root 3. Second is root 50. Root 50 I can split it as 25 into 2, so root 25 into 2 will separate the radical, so 5 root 2 is the answer. Root 250, I can split it as 25 into 10, root 25 into 10, separate the radical, so root 25 is 5 root 10, and 112, I can split this as, you can find the prime factors like this, 112, then dividing it with 2, then 2, then 2, then 2, then 7, okay, and then you can pair them, that is 2 is 4, 2 is 4, so we are getting 16, 4 into 4. So we can write this as 4 into 4 into 7. So root 4 into 4 into 7 gives us 16 into 7. So root 16's value is 4, 4 root 7. Now fifth one, root 168, I can split, again find the prime factors like this, 168, 84, 42, 21, 7 by dividing first by 2, then 3, then the ascending order numbers. You get 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 7. We can pair them. This becomes root 4 is equal to 2, and leftovers are 2, 3, 7. So if I multiply this, none of them have a proper root, so 7 3s are 21, 21 2s are 42. Let's come to question number 5. Compare the following pairs of surds, that is which is smaller and which is greater. So they have given us 7 root 2 and 5 root 3. 7 root 2 is equal to, I can take the value of, we can find the root of 7, which is 49, into 2, and when we multiply these two we get 98. Now looking at the values, we cannot compare unless we change them into root form. And 5 root 3, now 5 square is 25, so this will be root 25 into root 3, which gives us 75. Now we can compare them. 98 is greater than 75, therefore 7 root 2 is greater than 5 root 3. Sub question 2, root 247 and 274. So no need to split them, we can directly compare it. Root 247 is smaller than 274. 2 root 7 and root 28. Square of 2 is 4. So root 4 into 7, that gives us 28, and 28 is 28 already there in the root form. So we have to say that 28 is equal to 28, so both are equal, as 2 root 7 is equal to root 28. Now fourth one, 5 root 5 and 7 root 2. 5 root 5, square of 5 is 25, root 25 into root 5 gives us root 125. And 7 square is 49 and root 2 as it is, and then root 98. So root 125 is greater than root 98. Sub question 5, 4 root 42 and 9 root 2. Now 4 root 42, square of 4 is 16 into 42, and which is equal to 672, and 9 root 2, 9 square is 81 into root 2 gives us 162. So 672 is greater than 162, therefore 4 root 42 is greater than 9 root 2. Now 5 root 3 and 9. Now 5 root 3 is equal to, now 5 square is 25 into 3, which is equal to root 75, and 9 square is equal to root 81. So 75 is, first one you are comparing with second, so 75 is smaller than root 81. So 5 root 3 is smaller than 9. Let's come to 7th sub question. Seven and 2 root 5. 7 square is 49, square, that is square root 49, and 2 root 5 will be, 2 square is 4, 4 into 5 is 20. So root 49 is greater than root 20. Let's come to question number 6. Simplify. Let's solve this. 5 root 3 plus 8 root 3. Now here they are like surds, root 3, root 3. So that will be common outside the bracket, and remaining terms inside the 5 plus 8 root 3. So 13 root 3. And second one, 9 root 5 minus 4 root 5 plus root 125. Now 9 root 5 as it is, minus 4 root 5 as it is, and I can write this 25 as 5 root 5, because 5 5 is 25. Five raised to 5 is 25. Now 9 minus 4 plus 5, and the common root, which is root 5 outside the bracket. So 9 minus 4 is 5, and plus 5 into root 5. 5 plus 5 is 10 root 5. Sub question 3. 7 root 48 minus root 27 minus root 3. Now I can split this 48 into 16 threes are, 27 into 9 threes are, and root 3 as it is. Now root 16 will be 4 and root 9 will be 3 and this will be as it is. So here 7 4 is 28 root 3, this is minus 3 root 3 and minus, as there is no number here before the root, so we have to consider it as 1. So minus 1 root 3. Now again we have common roots, so they are like surds, so outside the bracket, leftover terms inside the bracket, 28 minus 3 minus 1, which gives us 28 minus 4 root 3. So 28 minus 4 is 24 root 3. Next sub question 4. Root 7 minus 3 upon 5 root 7 plus 2 root 7. Now here they have common root, they are all like surds, so we can add and subtract only like surds. If they are like, we can add and subtract. So here there is no number here outside, so we have to consider it as 1, then minus 3 upon 5 and plus 2 and common root outside the bracket, that is root 7. So here when we add these two, 3 plus 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3 and minus 3 upon 5 root 7. Now as these are two fractions with unequal denominators, we have to equalize them. So 5 1s is 5 and cross multiply, 5 3s are 15 and 1 3s are 3. 15 minus 3 is 12 upon 5 root 7. This is the answer. Let's come to question number 7. Multiply and write the answers in the simplest form. First one, 3 root 12 into 18. I can split this as 3, 4 into 3 and into 18 I can split it as 9 into 2 because 4 and 9 are perfect squares. So 3 outside the bracket and root 4's value is 2 and root 3 is left here and root 9 is 3 and 2 inside. Now here 3 2s is 6 into 6 root 3 into 3 root 2. So 6 into 3 we can multiply these numbers which are not root into root 3 into root 2. So 6 3s is 18 and 3 2s is 6 root 6. So remember, in case of addition and subtraction of surds, they should be like, then only addition and subtraction is possible. In case of multiplication, it is not the rule. So sum number sub question 2, 3 root 12 into 7 root 15. I can split this 12 as 3 root 4 into 3 and 7 root 15 as it is. So perfect, root 4 is 2, 3 into 2 is 6, root 3, then 7 root 15. Now 6 and 7 I can multiply here and root 3 into 15. 6 7s are 42, 15 3s are 45. Then again I can split this 45 as 9 into 5. So again root 9 is 3. So 42 into 3 root 5. So 42 into 3 is 126 root 5 is the answer. Third sub question, 3 root 8 into root 5. I can split this 8 as 4 into 2 into 5. So root 4 is 2, 3 into 2 into root 2 into 5. So 6 root 2 into root 5 and 6 root 5 2 is 10. Sub question 4, 5 root 8 into 2 root 8. I can split this 8 as 5 root 4 into 2 and 2 into root 4 into 2. So 5 2 is 10 and 2 2 is 4 root 2. Again we are multiplying this, 10 into 4 into root 2 into root 2. Now value of root 2 into root 2 is 2. So 10 into 4 is 40, 40 into 2 is 80. Let's come to question number 8. Divide and write the answers in simplest form. Root 98 divide by root 2. Now root 98 I can split it as 49 into 2 divide by root 2. So 49, root 49's value is 7 and left over is root 2 upon divide by root 2. Root 2 gets cancelled, answer is 7. Second one, root 125 divided by root 50. So I can split 125 as 25 into 5 divide by 25 into 2. So 5 root 5, this root 25 is 5 and root 5 and 5 root 2. So 25 gets cancelled. So root 5 upon root 2, or we can also write it as root 5 upon 2. Third sub question. Root 54 divided by root 27. I can split this 54 as 9 6s are 54 divided by 9 3s are 27. 3 root 6 divided by 3 root 3. Square root of 9 is 3 and then I can further split this 6 as 3 root 3 into 2 divided by 3 root 3. Now 3 into root 3 into root 2 upon 3 root 3. So 3 gets cancelled, root 3 gets cancelled, left over is only root 2. Fourth sub question, root 310 divided by root 5. I can find the factors of 310, that is dividing it by 2, then 5, then 31. So I can write this as 2 into 5 into 31 divided by root 5. So I can take this as 62 into root 5 divided by root 5. So 62 into root 5 upon root 5 gets cancelled. Root 62 is the answer. Now rationalize the denominator. Now rationalization is the process of eliminating a radical from the denominator of an algebraic expression. You have to remove the radical from the denominator of an algebraic expression. So rationalizing factor of root 5 is root 5. Okay, we need to remove root from the denominator, that is radical. So root 3, so we need to multiply it with root 5 only. So root 3 upon root 5 into root 5 upon root 5, because root 5 into root 5 gives us 5 and 3 root 5. So the answer is 3 root 5 upon 5. Second one upon root 14. Rationalizing factor of root 14 is 14 itself. So 1 upon root 14 is equal to root 14 upon root 14. So here it is root 14 upon the radical will be removed, that is 14, because 14 into 14 is 14. So root 14 upon 14. Third sub question, rationalizing factor of root 7 is root 7. So 5 upon 7 multiplied by root 7 upon 7. So 5 root 7 into root 7 is 7. So the answer is 5 root 7 upon 7. Sub question 4. Six upon 9 root 3. Rationalizing factor of 9 root 3 is root 3. So 6 upon 9 root 3 into root 3 upon 3. So this will be 6 into root 3 upon 9 into root 3 is 3. So then also we can reduce this, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. Now what is left over is 2 root 3 upon 9. So the answer is 2 root 3 upon 9. 11 upon root 3, rationalizing factor of root 3 is 3. So 11 upon root 3 into root 3 upon root 3. So 11 root 3 upon root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 11 root 3 is the answer. So that's all for this exercise today. See you in the next video. Bye.